see you. Have a seat. How about that? Oh, it's hysteria.
They were expecting somebody famous and they got us.
That's true up to a point, but I think that...
I know what you're all saying. Isn't he much thinner looking in real life?
They probably just think the vertical hold on the television is playing up, that's all.
Those widescreens don't do any of us any favours.
They don't, because they squash people
Oh.
down. You don't need to worry, Ruth, because you would look beautiful in any aspect ratio.
Thank you very much. I knew there was a reason I wanted to come on this show.
But, Eamon, you're right. You have to be careful. I think you're better... You're
I'm better
in...
4x3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But welcome. Welcome, both of you, to my sofa. Let's spin the clock back to the beginning.
Yeah.
How did you two high flyers first... Well, no, you laugh in a self-deprecating way. And, Eamon, it's endearing. But you're loaded. We know that. You're sitting on a big pile. How did you first come together?
Well, the truth is, I picked you up in the street corner, didn't I? Is that absolutely true?
That's not in your CV, Ruth, I'll be honest with you.
No, it wasn't a street call. We'd been invited to the same dinner party by a mutual friend, and Eamon said he would come and collect us.
I was the taxi.
He was the taxi.
And I arrived at the address, and there was this gorgeous-looking blonde girl standing on the street corner.
And then I came out.
Now, stop it, you, because I'm not going to have you putting yourself down all night,
Okay.
all right? Yeah. Leave that to Eamon. Now, how long ago was this?
7 or 8 years ago.
7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah. And I remember seeing her, and I went, wow. And then I realised that she was part of the group that I was picking up.
And I was expecting him to swoosh up in a big kind of sports car, and he came round the corner in a little white two-door Renault Clio. I know.
Thierry Henry can drive one. What's...
But at least, you know, it's obvious I'm not with him just, you know, for the look. It was about his personality.
But that was...
I meant that kindly. You know what I meant.
You meant it kindly, Ruth. I'm sure you did.
Didn't quite come out like, yeah.
Came across as cruelty, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Cruelty. Come on, let's go back. He came round the corner in his little white car, a bit like Noddy with a little bell on his head, and you saw him. What did you think?
Well, I was a bit nervous about meeting him, so it was just like, oh, hello, this is Eamon, hello, and I got into the back of the car.
Was it a sort of a blind date, Eamon?
Oh,
was
no,
there
no,
a
no,
feeling
no. She was with somebody. She had a boyfriend at the time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but what happened, being the sort of telly bore that I am, I remember driving along and looking in the rearview mirror and saying, do I know you from somewhere? She says, no, we've never met. And she said, and I said, did you do a report on Country File from Rathlin Island? Well, she was so impressed, because no one watches Country File, obviously. And...
A bit unkind, I think.
It was unkind. Actually, now I'm seeing things from your point of view. So you took her to the party. Was it a party hosted by someone famous? It was, wasn't it?
It was, actually.
Come on, who was it?
It was,
Let me guess.
No, you'll never get this. No,
Was it Philip Schofield? All right. Does anybody want to have a guess at who hosted the dinner party where they first met? Was it Anthea...
Oddly enough.
Probably no.
Was it John? All right, this has taken an unpleasant turn. Eamon, for the sake of propriety, who was it?
It was Mr. Motivator. The interesting thing was that he didn't allow anybody who entered the house to wear shoes. He had white sofas and white carpets and things, so everybody had to take their shoes off. And Ruth curled up on the couch like this. This is bringing me back. And I admired her long legs all night, I have to say, from afar.
But then what happened? Because the years went by.
Yeah.
And so how did you meet up again?
Well, she was in a relationship. I wasn't.
You were playing the field, weren't you?
No, I was just a lonely old bachelor, really.
Driving around in your little white Clio, leaning out the window. Hello, sweetheart. Did I see you on Country File? Oh, Mr. Craven, I do apologise. I didn't recognise you. But were you playing the field, Eamon? Because, you know, you were a famous face, a familiar face.
No, all I was doing was working morning, noon and night. By the time you fit in work, by the time you get up and do breakfast TV, do everything else you've got to do during the day, fit in a couple of football games during the week, what else is there to do? And I was commuting back and forward to Belfast.
What position do you play in? I didn't realise that. You weren't looking for love.
No, but I think, Keith, I'm a bit like you. I think that I don't spot it. I didn't see it.
There are lots of women that fancy Eamon, quite rightly too. He's very fanciable.
Look, yes.
But he doesn't
I got
know.
them all
He's very...
nodding in agreement, didn't it?
Well, I will say there wasn't a rush of hands going up. We have to be honest. Let's have a poll then. Eamon Holmes, would you? Yeah, there's a lady there, up like a shot. And then her husband rapidly pulling the arm down. You're the host of the Lottery Jet Set.
This is true.
I think you've already won the lottery in Ruth.
Oh, so do I.
I think you have.
Thank you.
I won't say you've had a rollover, that would be bad. But I will say, I think you've won the lottery in Ruth. Ruth, all right, you haven't won the jackpot. You've had 3 numbers.
The 10 quid.
You've had a
£10
£10 win. It's quite nice. It's not going to change your life. But you know the lottery back to front. I think if you were literally to win the lottery, I mean, it would be wonderful, but there would be an inquiry.
There would. And they would ask me to give the money back, but I wouldn't.
You're already loaded.
No,
I think for it
it's
to make
all
a
an
difference with you,
illusion.
it'd have to be about 400 million anyway.
If I was loaded, why would I be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning all the time?
But that's how you are loaded. They pay you a packet.
Very small packet. No, it beats working for a living, it does. And, you know, so many people have to get up at that time and do so many jobs that are difficult. I find it very hard to complain about the hours and what I have to do, but I will if you push me.
To complain about the what?
The hours.
The what?
The hours.
Oh, the hours. Sorry.
Hours.
I thought there was a problem with sitting down for so long. Sorry. Let's go back. I nearly said arse. Now then, we still haven't got to the beginning of the relationship. You're toying with me.
No, it took 4 years.
It took so long.
Well, she lived in Plymouth. She lived in the southwest, and I lived in Belfast. Worked in London, really, and commuted. And there were certain functions that I would get. I mean, for instance, I went to see Riverdance once. I had no interest in seeing Riverdance whatsoever, but I heard through a friend that Ruth wanted to see Riverdance. So what I did was buy tickets, but Ruth was in town with 4 or 5 other friends, so I had to buy all them tickets as well. So shelled out a fortune for these tickets, and we went to see Riverdance, and it didn't really pay off, because when we got to sit in line, I walked into the aisle, and Ruth sat at the far end.
And he sulked for the rest of the evening.
I did. I spent a bloody
we all went
fortune,
out for dinner
hadn't I?
after
I'm there, she's there, and I'm watching all this hooligan going on for 3.5 hours. So,
what's your sulky face, Eamon? I can picture you with a sulky face.
Not pretty.
do you never watch GMTV? No.
Yes, and sometimes I have seen you looking a little bit... Not so... Give us a glimpse of it now. Oh, dear.
Scary, isn't it?
Oh, dear me, the Anthea years. It's all coming back. Oh, because you didn't get on. You've made no secret of it.
I made no secret of it, no.
I think you found it hard to keep up with her intellectually, didn't you? But come on, what happened next?
Well, I said we kept bumping into each other at various things, and then I wasn't in a relationship anymore. And then I have to say, I did start flirting with him a bit then, because I did realise he was a bit slow on the uptake. In fact, our first kiss was kind of me. I made the first move.
All right, here we go. A Crime Watch reenactment. Where were you on the night the 2 of you were together? Where were you when the first kiss happened?
Ever so glamorous. He actually eventually plucked up courage to ask me out for dinner on my own. You know, we went to the Indian on Wandsworth Bridge Road in his Clio, and I did the, come back for coffee line, which, should have been his. And then we talked, and then he had to work early the next morning and said, I must go. And then he kind of started to walk away, and I thought, he's obviously going without kissing me.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, though, Eamon? Because I
was
of
thinking,
men
I've got to get up for work in 2 hours. That's what I was thinking.
No, you weren't.
I was.
No, because this sounding very Jane Austen to me. You were wanting to lunge. Not lunge, that's the wrong word. You were wanting to pounce, that's worse. You were wanting to... Well, attack is right out of the ballpark. You were wanting to make a connection, but you weren't sure if the signals were there.
I thought, here's another one I've spent a fortune on, and no return.
Flags,
An Indian meal, what did she have? A starter, a main course? I mean, it can't have been that expensive, surely. Extra poppadoms for Langsford. So, there you are. You're in the hall.
We're on the doorstep.
You're on the doorstep now.
Yes.
At any moment you could have gone.
Yes, I put my overcoat on, my taxi arrived
taxi was
outside,
waiting.
and then you
And I lunged, Keith. I did lunge.
I find that exciting.
Do you? Have you never had a woman lunge at you?
Only in anger. Only in anger. So you're standing there, the 2 of you. Reenact for us the lunge.
He was kind of walking away, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
So I had to kind of spin him round.
Go on, then.
So
Let's see it.
quite
Let's
a
see it.
lunge. I kind of went like that.
Oh! How about that? I never thought I'd see that.
was a bit longer than that. Though.
You must be very slow on the uptake, Eamon Holmes. If Ruth had to really take...
gentlemanly. I'm not a predator. And I realised that the way I was brought up and the way I was taught, I'm from a family of boys and I went to all boys schools and I was taught by priests and I was taught that all sorts of fooling around was wrong and whatever. And I realised what a lot of rubbish that all is. Yeah.
If there are any priests watching, I apologise wholeheartedly. Eamon's views aren't necessarily those of the BBC. We don't want another protest, please. And I thought Jerry Springer the Opera was appalling too. Please. So you lunged, the kiss happened. Now I know what was on your mind, but you were in shock.
Yes, I'm saying it's now 90 minutes before I have to get up for work. I then headed off home, and I remember the next day just phoning her answer machine to listen to her voice.
Did you leave a little message?
No, I just called to listen to her.
That's creepy. That is creepy.
It's a bit creepy, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Ruth, when did it come? Because to start with, it could have just been yet another one of your many flings. When did it become a relationship?
Quite quickly for me.
Quite quickly for you?
But then I think I frightened Eamon a bit, you see, because I do move quite quickly.
She was into my flat, she was on that telephone, she was erasing messages from my answer machine.
You have to move in and make a man's flat a home. He's a woman's touch.
It was a home. I had a lazy boy chair, I had a big TV, I had remote controls, and I watched football all the time.
He actually did have his Man United scarf along the back of the sofa.
Oh, Eamon. Eamon.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the action of a child, Eamon. Now then, Eamon, at the moment, apart from GMTV and the lottery, you're well known for Hard Spell, one of my favourite shows on the television.
Oh, thank you.
You know, the one where you scare the life out of some young children? I'm surprised the NSPCC haven't been in touch, in all honesty. But what if we were to turn the tables? What if we were to see how well the two of you can spell?
There'd be no interest in that. That's the thing.
I think there would be interest in it, wouldn't there, ladies and gentlemen?
No.
Yes? Would you join me for a game of not hard spell,
yes,
but really hard spell? Eamon and Ruth, walk this way.
Prepare
Here they
to
come.
spell.
Now then, Eamon, put yourself there. Ruth, just here. You position yourself just there. Eamon just there. Now,
thank you.
All the words that we're going to be testing on are to do with relationships, OK? Right. Are you ready to play very hard spell?
Yeah.
OK, here we go. Too dark, too dark. I can't. Then you can see it, that doesn't work. Would I like a what? Yes, I would, thank you. Thank you very much. Now then, here we go. Eamon, you first. The word is lascivious.
N-O-I-D-E-A. Lascivious.
Pardon? That's wrong, Eamon Holmes.
OK, right.
That's very, very wrong.
Very wrong, but it's very hard.
Ruth. Now, Ruth, your word again is connected with relationships. It's an old word to do with weddings. Take your time. Cake. A sweet-baked food made of flour, liquid, eggs and other ingredients, such as raising agents and flavourings. Cake.
I know this, Keith, I do know
Served
this.
at a wedding.
C-A-K-E.
Yes, she's got it! She's got it. She's got it. Eamon Holmes. Mesalliance. Would you like the definition?
I know why those children cry now. Definition, please, Keith.
Marriage with a person of inferior social position. You'll know about this, Ruth.
Pass, please, Keith.
Passing on that one.
I'll pass on that one.
Ruth, another word to do with relationships as the relationship progresses now. Happy.
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
Definition?
Yes, please.
Enjoying, showing, or marked by pleasure, satisfaction, or joy. Happy.
H-A-P-P-Y.
I'm H-A-P-P-Y. I know I am, I'm sure I am. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. H-A-P-P-Y. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Very nice. Last one for Amy. Pulpitudinous.
Pulpitudinous definition, please, Keith.
Pulpitudinous. Having great physical beauty. Pulpitudinous. You weren't having a look then, were you? I was. Pulpitudinous.
R-U-T-H.
Oh, you're doing it, you're spelling.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one for that, actually. Last one for you, Ruth. Simple one. Joy.
Oh, J-O-Y.
Ruth is the winner, but give them both a round of applause. Well done. Well done, Eamon. Do that. Take your seat. Take your seat. Oh. That is one of the most exciting ones we've done.
Would like to see the rest of them, then.
There's no need for that. I could just sit here like David Blaine if I chose, couldn't I? Just go like that. What was that all about?
That is a very... You may well ask that, Keith. As you know, an interviewer's nightmare is the guest not speaking. Guest speaks, job easy. Guest doesn't speak, job difficult.
Guest speaks too much, bloody nightmare. Now then. Come on, you two. Come on, you roister-doisters. Let's move on. Now, a little bird tells me that you have been clay pigeon shooting. But not just any old clay pigeon shooting. You've been out doing it with Prince Charles and Lady Camilla. Now, what was that like?
I could shoot quite well, and he said, where did you learn to shoot so well? And I said, well, sir, coming from the part of the world I did, it wasn't much of a problem. So it was fine. I can shoot well.
I only mention the clay pigeon shooting because, look, we've set up a special forest where we're going to go shooting together. Now, Eamon, Ruth, don't...
I have to do this too, do I?
Yes, it will be both of you. Don't be unnerved by what I'm about to do, Eamon.
Whoa. They're big ones.
Now then, they're loaded and ready to go, so do be careful with them. One for you, one for you. Don't fire them at the audience, please. No, seriously, Eamon, I'm not joking. Eamon, seriously, they come out to the heck of it. Point it at the floor, Eamon!
Payback time.
No, Eamon, don't. They really sting. Genuinely, they sting. Eamon, please don't. Eamon, I'm not joking, don't! Eamon, I'm scared.
Doesn't work. It's not.
Point it at the audience. Eamon, for God's sake! No! We'll re-edit the spelling. You'll look clever, please.
Good. That's all I want. That's all I want. Right, what do you want us to do?
I want to just have a second just to calm down. Right. Is there a medic here, just in case? What we're going to do is this.
Yeah.
Listen closely. The forest is not any old forest.
Yes.
It's the forest of relationships.
Ah.
Now, contained in there are many different creatures.
Yep.
There's the pheasant.
Well, I can go for a start.
Wait. It's not just any old pheasant. It's the pheasant of infidelity.
Oh.
So you want to shoot that. You want to get rid of it.
Okay, right.
There's the badger. That's the badger of boredom. You want to kill the badger of boredom.
Okay.
Look at the duck. It's the duck of deceit. That has to go. But be careful. Don't hit the fox.
Don't hit the fox.
That's the fox of friendship. And that has to be there in a relationship. You don't want to kill that.
No.
The magpie of mistrust. We've no room for that.
Okay.
But the pigeon of patience. Don't harm the pigeon of patience.
So, wait a minute. Pigeon and fox. They're good.
They're good. And again, don't touch the woodcock. That's the...
Don't touch the woodcock.
That's the woodcock of wisdom.
OK, then.
All right?
Yeah.
So, are we ready to play?
We are.
Wait! Come and join us.
Will you show me how to use it?
Yes, I'll show you how to use it. Come and join me this way.
Ask a man that knows.
Come on. Right. It's a bit of fun. Now then, what are you going to aim for, Ruth? Because this is your relationship.
Yes.
And to keep the relationship healthy, you've got to kill infidelity, boredom, deceit, mistrust.
Boredom.
Oh, the badger.
Yes.
The badger of boredom.
Yes. Oh, miss.
Oh, dear.
I've got a camera
Wait,
now.
Eamon, wait. Wait, don't just fire at will, for goodness sake. Dear me. Fire first, ask questions later. Unbelievable.
Look, it's dead. That's it. Bang.
Oh, dear. OK, reload.
Sights
Pull
are
back,
out.
pull back. Now, why don't you choose something near the front? The
Okay,
magpie of
yeah.
mistrust.
OK.
It's never happened before, honestly. I'm under a lot of stress at work. Eamon, I hope that's not ringing any bells for you. OK, Eamon, what are you going to go for? You want to just take them all out,
All
don't
of
you?
them, yeah. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah!
Oh, yes! The pheasant of infidelity has gone.
Go on.
That badger's dead.
Eamon Holmes!
What do you want next, love?
What about
Duck of deceit.
the duck? Oh, the duck.
Duck of deceit.
Dead.
I've been caught in friendly fire, ladies and gentlemen.
Love, that magpie's dead. That's it. It's gone. That's it.
Well done. Well done. Come on, you did well. And I should point out to people watching that no animals were harmed during the making of the... We did kill a couple of badgers in rehearsal, but that was just... I'm joking. Now, what we like to do at this point of the show every week, it's a tradition, is to open it up to the members of the public.
Dear.
Who has a question for Eamon and Ruth? Straight away, the hands are shooting up. Right. Come on. Let's go out and talk to the members of the public, what I call the licence players. Look, stand up. Here's a student, if ever I saw one. You look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. I did my Scooby-Doo then, and you talked all over it. That was... let me try again. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo the dog in the cartoon. What is your name?
Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, Keith.
May the force be with you. Now then, you're a youngster. How
Thank
old
you.
are you?
I'm 31.
Blimmin' heck, what is your secret? What are you doing? Are you injecting monkey glands into your bottom? What's your question?
OK, well, it's for Eamon. Now, I've already established that you're a fan of a rather good football team. Now, what got your heart going more? Was it the first kiss or United winning the treble?
Oh, what a good... Oh, you're like Jeremy Paxman, aren't you? Eamon, answer carefully.
Well, there was an element of luck with United winning the treble, but I thought I was luckier when Ruth kissed me, so it was the first kiss.
Lovely. Who else has a question? I saw someone, a gentleman, right here we are. Well, I'm on this row, I may as well do it. Hello? Hello? It's you, glasses on a string. Like a librarian. Shh. Sorry, younger man. Look at your tattoos. Look at your height. Look at your T-shirt. Look at your beads. Unbelievable. Stand up, girls. All right, what's your name?
Jodie.
Jodie. Jodie Foster, Jodie Kidd. And what's your name?
Pauline.
Pauline Fowler, sorry. Right. Now then, what's the question?
My question's to Ruth. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Absolutely, yes. I do, yeah.
And it
Well,
happened.
you fell in love with me at first sight, darling.
Yeah, I
You say.
definitely, yeah. I don't love you anymore,
No,
really,
no. At the time, it was...
No,
Do you believe in regret at second sight?
I don't know, I'm just looking at Jodie and Pauline. I'm falling in
Yes,
love
I was
all
gonna
over
say.
again, so...
I think there's two of them, Eamon. What do you
Yeah.
think? Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, I don't want to see you all over the tabloids with that sort of thing. No. Now then, if you stand up for me, please. All right, and what is quite imposing. What is your name?
Zoe.
Right, and who's your question for?
It's for Eamon. Eamon, is it your aim to oust Fiona Phillips off the couch in order to replace her with Ruth?
Ooh. Absolutely not. The lovely thing, Fiona and I act like a married couple, but the lovely thing is that come 9 o'clock, I can just leave Fiona there. So, no, that would not be in my best interest. No, not at all, Zoe, but thanks for the thought.
But is it strange, though, Eamon, having, as you said, a television wife?
Yeah.
A bit like we are now. We've become a television couple.
We are.
Yes.
Yes.
Very accepting. And to have a TV wife and a real wife.
Lots of people think Fiona and I are actually married and that we have children together because we had children about the same time and same age. And people are convinced, as they are sometimes with soap opera characters, that these two characters are together in real life.
But you're not.
But we're not.
The most you'd ever do is fool around a bit. That's all. It's not a proper relationship, is it? Who else would... There, lady around there. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, I've stepped on your back. Sorry. And what is your name?
Jenny.
What's your question?
If you were to get married, what would your first dance be?
Yes, we have... That's what is it?
Shania Twain.
Is it Shania?
Shania Twain, what? That don't impress me much?
We don't...
I'd say that's a poor choice for a wedding. Not setting you off on the best course, is it?
It would be something romantic. It would be a Frank Sinatra, I think, wouldn't it? Oh. Fly Me to the Moon, maybe.
I was just wondering, what was your first dance?
We disagreed over it.
Right.
We disagreed over it.
Okay.
I wanted Shakin' Stevens. She was keener. She wanted Chris de Burgh. In the end, we compromised. We had a military march. It worked for us. It worked for us. Jenny, thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your questions. What a fantastic show we've had. Give a big thanks to Ruth Langsford and Eamon Holmes.
The young boy that you see no longer lives on the street. He survived because of your generosity.